ladies and gentlemen, help us to celebrate the beautiful tradition of coaching at the Royal. We enjoy a piece of history as competitors present the painstakingly restored coaches from the late 1800s, pulled by a matching team of 4 horses. It's one of our most visually appealing classes for visitors to the Royal Horse Show, representing an important part of our history. This is the Pemberton Green Meadows for Enhanced the Appointments class, our class sponsored by Houston Consulting of Toronto. To tell us a little bit more about what we're going to see here tonight, we'll send it down to the floor to Adam Cromarty.
You don't get to see these hardly anywhere in the world now. And down centre stage with Mark Broadbent, who's got so much pressure on his shoulders. He's got to try and pick his favourite, and every single one of them is just spectacular. How do you do it?
Well, it's difficult for me. They've been top class and they are very, very special. Now, I actually feel very privileged to be able to go there.
Now, everything we're seeing out there tonight, it's all original, isn't it? This isn't stuff that's just been made to look like an old carriage. These are antiques.
These are antique carriages that have been beautifully restored, and there are hundreds of hours of work go into this. And they're all individual. They, at a glance, they look similar, but when you get up close, they're all individual. They all have their little bits of detail. And that's why it's so important for this particular class tonight, which we call the appointments class, to be able to stop and have a really good look at it, which of course we did this afternoon.
You did do this afternoon, and if we turn our attention up to the video board right now, we can take you back in time, and perhaps you can just give us a little bit of an idea about, what you were looking at when you were back there.
Yes, absolutely. Well, there's me actually climbing on the board to over the top. Obviously, you're looking for cleanliness and that type of thing, but also the correctness of the appointments that match the coach, the style of coach that it should be. And what first impressed me was the amount of hours that must have put in, because they looked as if they were brand new. And I even got underneath and crawl underneath and looked at the character. Absolutely incredible. And here you can see me looking at all the details, and looking inside, and the whole coach is fitted out with different appointments.
And it must take so much work for these guys, to keep all this stuff looking as good. How much work goes into this?
Well, an awful lot, because when you look at the turnout as a whole, you've got the coach itself, you've got the horses, you've got the harness, it all needs cleaning, it all needs making in the first place. And I can tell you that if you take a team of horses and a coach such as this, and add up all the different skills required, you've got about 30.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Which is mind-blowing.
Well, we've seen you up there with your daytime hat on. You've got your nighttime hat on.
I've got my night, it's a little bit more formal this evening, so I have time. This is my actual coaching club right time around the UK, and it's something I call it to show this. I feel I have to look part. Of course, the competitive is also smart, it's only right to read it as well.
Well, you were out the back doing some judging earlier. We're in here now with your final judging to do.
Yeah, we're going to start looking at them now. They're going round the ring this way, and we'll ask them to change the rein, and we'll just have a look at them the other way around. If I can walk a little bit more to the centre.
Absolutely. We're going to follow you. But it's great to be down here and get an insight. I'm going to get to kind of chat with you. You've come all the way from Great Britain to look at these.
So if we come a little bit, let's just stop here. We don't want to get run over. So we've seen them going around one way, and now we're looking at them the other way. And this is when you try to see the horses, the way they perform on each rein. Make sure that they're going nice and straight both ways, make sure they're going correctly at the corners. Gives me a chance to get a little bit more up close and see that the harness is all fitting nicely and they're going comfortably. Drivers sitting up, driving confidently. You're taking everything into view.
And in terms of these horses, will these horses be broken to ride, or are they just pure driving horses?
They're mainly driving horses, but with ours, they're probably all riding as well. That's why I use the word just exercising, and they'll be specifically picked and trained for art as well. And of course, then you can split that down, because some horses make better leaders, some horses make better wheelers. The wheelers are the ones who the coach, and you pick the horses to go in their best position. So some prefer the left, some prefer the right, and you said when you start training them, then you get to know which their favourite position is.
Oh, and the things are on the right rein now.
So they're all looking good, and this is a sort of stage I start getting nervous because actually I like them all. Okay, so we'll bring them into the centre now.
So we're going to line them up, I think. We're going to bring them into the centre. Then we'll get that final judging underway. And what would these coaches have been used for back in the day?
These are what we call private coaches or park drags, and these were a gentleman's events, basically for taking his guests to sporting occasions, such as points or races, and so they're a social vehicle, and that's why you see in the moment when we look at the back, we'll have your silhouettes and everything there for entertaining the guests. And in actual fact, the coaching club of Great Britain was formed in 1871. We still have the closing of the lesson with entertainment and sporting occasions. So it's all very historic.
So much history. Well, they're all lined up nice and close together. Which end would you like to start at?
I'm going to start this end.
Okay. So what are you kind of looking for in this kind of final part of the judging?
Well, I'm just going to salute the competitors first, and now I'm taking a close look. Just looking at the horses, just looking at the horses, looking at the collars, making sure the hang straps and like that on the correct way. Walking back, we're looking very smart. And now you can see inside here how some of the appointments are, all the spares, spare riders, spare box of harness, farrier kit, spare rods and aprons for the passenger, in case it rains, and the blankets for the horses.
It's all just so immaculate in here. What have we got in the back?
And here we have what we call the cellarettes, so the mahogany boxes, line bridging, the bottles, and then the glasses at the top.
And they're all very shiny, if that helps. Extra points maybe, who knows?
So the same on the inside. And I want to say thank you very much for pleasure looking at your time. Good evening. And we look at little things to see that they're screw edge on the top and things like that. There's all the reason for these little points that we're looking at. We're very smart up there. Lovely answer.
Moving on to our final one now. And it's really kind of fascinating to me out here in the arena. Normally when these guys are, in the ring, I get to chill out on the stage.
This is the sort of example we're looking at this afternoon. I see they've poured the drink, obviously, to bribe the judge.
Well, there's some kind of wine in the back here, and I remember when Peter Doubleday, our old announcer, was here, he used to come round here and say that he didn't want any wine, he wanted a cold Canadian beer, and you said earlier everything was kind of original and old and antique inside these carriages, and as we come round here, as if by magic, Peter Doubleday is in here. The original antique, Peter Doubleday, has come back to join us here at the Royal Horse Show. Hopefully we'll have a Canadian beer.
That was a long journey, and a long journey. I understand that I came along, I have been back here in a year, and I understand and thank you very much for all that great commentary. While we are winding down here in our Green Meadows appointments class, just wanted to ask Mark a couple things while we're out here before we present the awards. We also would like to toast our fellow exhibitors who are with us here tonight, and we would like to thank them as well. The status and reflections of Green Meadows here in Toronto and coaching worldwide. Just a little bit of your thoughts.
Well, as I said earlier, this has been an amazing class to judge, and I'd like to point out to our spectators here that these three turnouts are world class. These are the best turnouts you can see anywhere, and it almost is unfair to have to pick a winner because they are all top-notch.
So another quick question, why appointments?
Well, the appointments are quite important because that was one of the reasons that you had a coach for going to see the races, sporting occasions. So you need your entertainment for your guests, you need some race in the back full of rooms with glasses and that sort of thing. So that's one side of the appointment. And the other side of the appointments is what you need for your equipment, for your horses, spare farrier kits, spare harness, and that sort of thing in case something goes wrong. Because you're on a journey, and of course journeys in those days were a little bit horrendous, so you had to take some kit with you.
It's time to enjoy some libations right on over here. This is how tailgating started, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to point this out. From the Park Drag, they have the compartments in the back to pull out. They have the china, the glasses, and the cutlery, and all the fine items that are displayed here. And I think our young lady here would like to offer us up something for the toast.
I think it would be rude not to, but I think we ought to.
He gets that. I get the brewski. Adam, you want anything, or are you all right?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we present the awards tonight, we would like to toast the Green Meadows. We'd like to toast the Pemberton family, David Freeman, also Hugues Consulting for their great support. And also, we'd like for all of you to pay tribute and pay thank you one more time to the masterful turnouts that we have here in the arena tonight. We thank all three of them. Here, cheers.
Well, a big thank you there to Peter Doubleday, and of course we are going to be pinning our class now. Peter, I hope you're going to stay with us and help us pin this tonight. And a big thank you to you as well, Mark. It's fascinating to be down there, getting to kind of hear what's going through your head as you're pinning this. But we'll head on now to our prize giving ceremony, and Peter's going to stay here to pin the class for us.
Boy, that tasted great. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. And the tradition here tonight, and we are going to organize now for the presentation of the awards. Mark, once again, thank you. I know you have more classes coming up tomorrow, but thank you again for your expertise and for joining us from jolly old England. Appreciate it. Okay, well, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to set the scene now for our awards, and we'll get our coach as part of our presentation of our Green Meadows appointments. Now, they will be competing tomorrow in the afternoon, and also have a final competition tomorrow evening as part of a tradition that has been very much a part of the Royal Horse Show for much of its history, as we are about to present our awards here tonight. And I have to get my glasses on, Mark. You know, it's been a year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the award ceremony coming up now. We're direct your attention to our prize giving area. Our thanks again to Hugues Consulting for their support, and our special guests are joining us here on the red carpet for the awards. And let's congratulate now. Keep in mind, the awards that we present tonight reflect what you saw on the big board from the morning and from the presentation here tonight, and the final inspection by our British judge, Mark Broadbent. The winner of our Green Meadows forehand appointments, our competition brought to you by Hugues Consulting, will congratulate number 1001, and this is the Fisher entry from Listowel, Ontario. horse here tonight. We congratulate our winning efforts, the Park Drag, manufactured in Chicago by CP Kimberly Company in the late 1800s. Executed one of the finest numbers of the time. And this is the entry from Dr. Ray and Nancy Fisher, Bristol, Ontario. Wellington Winter Circle. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner here on Friday night. Dutch red horses, and again put to the Park Drag. Coach was built on order for a railroad executive in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and found in a private collection in Alberta, refurbished, and again proudly presented by the Fisher family. Second in our competition, we are going to come to you in the lineup. Our second place, so congratulates number 10, number 1000, the Hillcrop Farm entry of Misty Miller Wrigley, as we congratulate their effort here tonight. Tristan Aldrich from Sarasota, Florida, is the whip, and there at the south end, where we enjoyed our libations earlier, and saluting again the Dutch red horses that are put to the Holland Park Drag. Third place here tonight, well, congratulates our second of our Canadian exhibitors, and congratulating the entry of the Stone Creek Friesians, Gerben Steenbeek, with the Friesian horses out here with a Holland Park Drag. That is in Summer Arena, receiving their third place award. Great deal of time and effort. This is a prideful competition, the appointments each and every year, and again, the time and effort involved the preparations that took place earlier today and the overall presentation we see here tonight, as we will salute and we'll ask the Tristan if you just take a left-hand turn, we'll drive on the way out, and we'll wait our winning pass coming up here in just a moment. Green Meadows have been a part of the Royal Winter Fair for much of its history. Foreign hands were brought over from England to compete here back in the earlier days. We thank again the James and Lizzie Miller coach, Park Drag on their way out with proud stepping Dutch Reds, Tristan Aldrich on the lines, Stevie entry from the Stone Creek Friesians. Let's give them a nice send-off as well as they head around on the way out. Magic of the forehand, gracing our presence here tonight, stepping out of a year, another century, and we'll enjoy now, as our winning effort here tonight, entry Dr. Miss Ray Fisher, Bristol, Ontario, for the win. Congratulating the Dutch red horses in Park Drag. I send up for our finals winner. Thanks again to Hughison Consulting, and thanks again to Mark Broadbent. On for the show now, lots in store here on Friday night. Coming up.
Matt Bonner believes every horse deserves top quality nutrition. With research-backed feeding plans and personalized support, they help horses perform and feel their best. Proud sponsors of the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair, Matt Bonner invites you to visit their booth across from the Harvest Market